Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It is in the description below this video. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today we are discussing a watch family originally launched back in 2013 but heavily redesigned for 2022. This is the Omega Speedmaster 57, the second generation. Now a 40.5 millimeter diameter watch in stainless steel. It's thinner than before, now manual wind, and 13.2 millimeters thick with a lug-to-lug dimension of 49.5 millimeters and a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see that it fits nicely. I believe you could wear this watch on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters. Again, mine is 16. You can see from over the top on each side, I've got some clearance. The lugs aren't overlapping the edge of my wrist. I'm pulling the strap tight, so it's exaggerating the thinness of my wrist by compressing it a bit. You can see in this down the barrel shot that I do have a clear amount of space. So 15 centimeters circumference and up, you're good to go. The watch is thinner. The particular shape of the case, especially the bezel, may mitigate against its use with the tightest of sleeves, but jackets will be no problem, and truth be told, most shirts will be just fine. The watch features a lovely bonded strap. Now the strap has a gradient fade, which is rare on straps, more common on dials. You can see it's rich, one might say Cabernet at center, and then a deep sort of burgundy silt at the edge, and it's called a bonded strap, although it does have a contrasting binding stitch. The calfskin on the bottom and the calfskin on the top are bonded together with adhesives to create a seamless, luxurious, thin aesthetic. It is a tapered strap. It's actually tapered both from the top and in profile. It thins out as it moves towards its end. No crimping, no gouging, brand new factory strap. You can see it's equipped with an Omega pin buckle that includes satin, polish, and media blasting, 3 finishes, and of course an Omega logo. Rolling around the case, this is known as the Speedmaster 57 collection because it draws on the imagery of the 1957 CK2915, which was the first Speedmaster. So we have a narrow case band, no beveling on the lugs, we have squared off ends, we have pump-style pushers, and crown bereft of crown guard. We also have a dramatically boxed and cambered sapphire, and it is a sapphire that's designed to read like a 1950s plexiglass. You can also see we have differential finish in the form of polish and satin. And because this is a pre-owned watch, I want to make sure I call out any imperfections, such as nicks or scratches that may be present. The tachymeter scale is polished on its bottom and then satinated across its top. It's used in conjunction with the chronograph seconds hand to gauge the speed of an object, such as a car over a kilometer. There's 2 subsidiary setting modes. One is a stop seconds function, so you can synchronize to a reference time. The other allows you to move, let me grab that extra mode, the hour hand independently. Now you can see the chronograph keeps running, the constant seconds keeps running, the minute hand is not displaced, and I have the ability to actually jump the date forward or backwards depending on which direction I'm traveling over the international date line. Let's take a look at the lume. The watch has plenty of it, no shortage whatsoever. A vintage broad arrow style hour hand, and then alpha hands for the sub-registers. It's got a clean 1950 style twin register look, but if you pay attention to the chronograph sub-register at 3 o'clock, you can see superimposed chronograph hour and minute hands, so it looks like a twin register, but it's actually a 3-register chrono. You can see we have a dropped minutes and seconds track outboard in black. Then we have this lovely granular frosted burgundy center dial. You can also see that we have blackened races for the 2 sub-registers with their centers, that same burgundy. All of the indices are applied, as is the Omega logo, for an upscale modern look, displayed despite the vintage trappings. Turn it all over. This is how they got the watch thinner than the previous generation. They went to a manual wind caliber. This is the 9906, and as you can see from the dial, it is proudly a Maytaz standard master chronometer. That means it's met the COSC standards, but it's gone beyond. As a fully cased-up watch, it's been tested for chronometry in 6 positions. It's been tested for water resistance, 50 meters on this watch, shock resistance, anti-magnetism, and power reserve. It is a complete battery of tests for the fully assembled watch, and it's designed by the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology, so it's not some sort of proprietary thing like the JLC Master Control. It's an open standard. Any watch that meets the standard can be a master chronometer, which is why Tudor is now certifying watches as master chronometers. Twin barrels in series, ensuring that from maximum wind to minimum wind, you get a very even torque release and thus consistent timekeeping. It doesn't gallop when fully wound, nor does it slow down a lot after 18, 24, 36 hours. It does feature a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for shock tolerance, highly anti-magnetic escapement balance, balance staff, and silicone hairspring, 45 pivot jewels. We've got a column wheel visible for operating the chronograph, and the feel is outstanding. We also have a vertical clutch engagement system, so when I start the chronograph, there's no jump or shake to the hand like there would be with a lateral clutch. Also, because it's a vertical clutch, I can leave the chrono running full-time if I like to have my chrono running full-time. And the watch features blackened screws and arabesque Côte de Genève across the bridges with engine turning on the base plate. You can see there's a little skeletonization, so I can see the polished column wheel. And then we have a tri-level coaxial escapement as envisioned by the great British watchmaker George Daniels. It's a double impulse direct and indirect tangential contact system as opposed to the indirect sliding friction of a conventional Swiss lever. This is for improved power reserve, chronometry, and reduced maintenance requirements, and it does meet those ambitions. So reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this Omega Speedmaster 57 Generation 2.